Use code MrNoShipCost for free shipping with any purchase at IronsideComputers.com. And we start today's episode off by upgrading my POH, specifically creating a pool of restoration for the very first time. I've had the construction level for actually the fancy rejuvenation pool for a few years now, but after making thousands of dueling rings, I guess I just got accustomed to using the Clan Wars portal to heal myself and, rejuvenate myself. So now I'm going to have my very own pool in my POH. I just have to make a lot of house teleport tablets, and it's not the best pool, but it is the second best, so yeah, it should be very helpful and save me a lot of time and jewelry. Now I'm going to go ahead and upgrade the jewelry box so that I can actually start saving more jewelry and just use my teleport to house to use the Ring of Dueling and the gaming necklace, which has been unlocked. Now before we continue with the rest of the episode, I think it's pretty clear that all of us here watching this video and me myself doing this video, we all love video games. So let me ask you a question. What if you had the knowledge and experience to create your own video games and turn it into an actual career with opportunities for growth? If that sounds exciting, then let me tell you about Southern New Hampshire University, who is sponsoring this video. SNHU has one of the largest accredited nonprofit online degree offerings in the country. I want to talk to you today about their game development program. In this program, you'll learn how to create realistic, dynamic gameplay experiences with game AI, game physics, 2D and 3D graphics and interface design. You'll also learn computer programming languages, and you'll learn 3D modeling and texturing with game art software. You will learn how to research, develop, and contribute to advances and trends within the field of game programming. Courses are taught by faculty with real-world experience, and SNHU is radically affordable. Their online tuition rates are some of the lowest in the nation. So what are you waiting for? Go to snhu.edu/MrNoSleep, also linked in my description, to see what the current average annual salary for a programmer is and request free information about the program. When you request information, a real person will hop on a call and discuss how the program can benefit you personally. It only takes one click to find your calling. snhu.edu/MrNoSleep, and a huge thank you to SNHU for sponsoring today's video. Alright, after upgrading my POH just a little bit, I figured I would do a little bit of questing, some mini quests as well as some very important quests so that I can unlock new areas and new monsters. So with that being said, there is a Tale of the Righteous completed, and following that I did a little bit more Kourend activities, and I did unlock a new teleport with my xXzoticx talisman, so we can use that a little more comfortably. We unlocked the heart teleport, so that'll be useful. Also managed to get a nice experience lamp, which I'll always be using on rune crafting, so we got an additional 10,000 rune crafting experience, and following that we did the very long quest, A Kingdom Divided, so now we do have access to the Book of the Dead, so I can start summoning thralls. Another 10,000 rune crafting XP, and speaking of rune crafting, there's Temple of the Eye completed, another 5,000, so we did get a rune crafting level of 64, and we now have access to Guardians of the Rift. Now I know this series mainly pertains to me getting upgrades on my Iron Man, but questing is very important, so I figure I just kind of throw a little bit of everything into this series, and I hope you guys don't mind. There we have a Taste of Hope completed, the Draken's Medallion has been unlocked, as well as the Avandis Flail, so now we have to go do one more quest until we are able to kill Firewatch Sentinels. The Blood Shard isn't too critical for this account, but it's definitely useful, so with that being said, there is the completion of Sins of the Father, now at 250 quest points, got a huge tome of experience, so I'll go ahead and use a decent chunk of it on rune crafting, and we will be getting a rune crafting level of 65 from that book, and I was also close to a couple XP milestones, so I went ahead and got 32 million defense experience, slowly inching our way towards 200 mil, and then just another 15,000 rune crafting. Now you will see a little bit of AFKing activity in this video that will benefit me much more later on, because I was bossing so much on my main throughout the last month, so I went ahead and caught some Karambwans. There's 1,000 raw Karambwans, and now we have 2,000 raw Karambwans, and we're also getting some clue scrolls while we fish all of this. There's 3,000, very useful and very quick to actually fish Karambwans for future bossing. Always going to be doing clue scrolls in this series. There's a medium clue, unfortunately no ranger boots, but after that we did get 92 farming. The only farming I get to do is really just using the seeds that I get from PVMing nowadays, so 4,000 raw Karambwans. I think I'll take a break from the Karambwan fishing now. That should be good for now. Following that, just another medium clue. Looking good, but unfortunately not the best reward. We'll probably just drop drop that. Too much bank space anyway. And just a little bit more questing needs to be completed. We did finish off this boss fight, and I did complete the quest, the Fremennik Exiles. Now I do have access to Basilisk Knights. Got a ton of XP from that quest, which did land me 66 rune crafting, so that's really nice. And yeah, now I can actually access Basilisk Knights for the jaw drop in the future. Here's some dragon boots that I did receive doing a spiritual warrior task, which yeah, I had no points to skip it, so at least I got some pairs of boots and a hard clue, which we're going to open now to see. Nice ancient plate body, decent alchable, but other than that, that's about it. Well, we move on, continuing to do a little bit of Slayer. I got 66 Talon Wyverns, got about 600k from them. Really good drops for farming, but no ancient Wyvern shield. That would be a huge upgrade for the account, so we'll always do the Fossil Island Wyvern tasks, but here I'm really looking for a boss task. We did unlock Bassa Locked, so now we can be assigned Basilisks by any of these Slayer Masters, but yeah, we did get another Cerberus task. Before I do that, because I've done so much Cerberus in this series already, I decided to do a little bit of Saradomin just to try it out, you know, get my feet a little wet, if you will. It was actually pretty fun. I really need to unlock Bones to Peaches in order to do this a little bit more efficiently, but it was definitely a good start, and I'll probably be doing that next video. And let's go ahead and collect the Kingdom resources available to me. Slowly banking in 99 construction, and this was about 2.5 mil worth, so not too bad. We're going to be collecting it all at the end again, so we'll see what we get at the end of the video from the Kingdom. Alright, well, like I said before, a lot of bossing on my main account, so what can we do to benefit the Iron Man while AFKing? Firewatch Sentinels, that's what. So we're going to go ahead and kill 1,000 of them. You know, it'd be nice to get a blood shard in these 1,000 kills. Drop rate is 1 in 1,500, and we did manage to get one very early on into the 1,000 kill grind. This was around kill count 300 or so. I think I typed it out in game here, but it's just incredible to see that. We can now actually have a Blood Fury, so we can use that for future bossing, and yeah, that was actually kill count 312. I just love AFKing at these Firewatch Sentinels. Not only do they drop blood shards, but you get a lot of alchables as well, and not to mention more blood shards. There's another blood shard just exactly 10 kills later. Beginner's luck, what can I say? And just to put this in a perspective of when these clips were recorded, we're about to be showing some footage of the Warp Tortoise being released into the game. Now, I'm not going to show any footage of that because I already did loot from 1,000 in its own video on this account, and shout out to my AFK fishing account there, but I will definitely show you guys the completion of the quest. There is the Path of Gluffery completed, 254 quest points and a decent amount of XP lamps. Following that, I did complete a hard clue, 150k from that, just a decent amount of purple sweets. And after I killed 1,000 Warp Tortoise, I returned to finish my 1,000 Firewatch Sentinel goal, and we got another blood shard. I believe this one was around kill count 400 or so we did manage to get 3 blood shards, and basically 150 kills apart, so that is incredible. I don't know what I'm going to do with all these blood shards. I guess I'll instantly make a Blood Fury since we have more than enough to spare, but looking at that Runelight loot tab, 409 kills, 3 blood shards. Yeah, that is absolutely incredible. Following that, I did get 33 million defense XP, and I finished my goal of 1,000 Firewatch Sentinel kills. So let's go ahead and check out the loot here. A lot of alchables that we can definitely increase our cash stack with, and a lot of bark that I'm not sure what to do with. So yeah, we'll see, maybe make some split bark in the future. But either way, I did complete the hard clue that I got from this grind as well, and using that nice Zamorak God Sword to finish off that mage. 93k from the clue, so not too bad. And since I was finalizing the 1,000 Duke Sakella's video on my main, I figured I had a little bit more time to do one more AFKing activity on the Iron Man. That will definitely benefit me in the future. So with that being said, I did loot from 1,000 normal Necreals, not the greater version in the catacombs, just the normal ones, and these are incredible for seeds. For the first time in a long time, I actually have Snapegrass seeds again. Overall loot from 1,000 kills, 3.5 mil. The only thing I wish I had was an Ash Sanctifier, but to charge that thing, you need a lot of runes, so I don't know if I can afford all that. But either way, it was a lot of fun to do that grind, and we did the hard clue that, of course, we got from it, and we received 87k with a duplicate Bandos page. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and do 80 Zulrah kills to get to 500 kill count. We still need the Magic Fang. That's a very important upgrade, and we still need the Serpentine Visage. Since we haven't unlocked the Face Guard yet from killing Basilisk Knights, I figure Serpentine Visage is the next best best thing to make that serpentine helmet. But not a lot of luck starting out here. Got an uncut sapphire, following that an uncut emerald, so yeah, a lot of gems coming in there. Oh, and I take back what I said about the Ash Sanctifier. It's not the runes that I don't want to get, it's the diaries that I haven't completed. So yeah, I still need to do a lot of diaries on this account. I did a Dagannoth task later on in this video and I didn't have the diaries done, and I promise you that is the last time I go to Dagannoth's without having noted bones, so stay tuned for that. We did a lot of quests in this video. Next video, I'll make sure to do a lot of diaries for you guys. But yeah, we just continue on with the Zulrah grind. I love Zulrah. I can AFK it almost, you know, it's I never die here. It's one of the bosses that I'm actually very good at no matter what the gear setup is. So with that being said, we did reach 500 kills, a nice 80 kill grind there done in one session. And yeah, still no drops. We just have 2 blowpipes and 1 Onyx to my name so far. Well, let's go ahead and open up some crystal chests. I do need a little bit more dragon stones to make combat bracelets so that I can upgrade my jewelry box. So following that, we added a little bit of funds to our kingdom, and at this point I decided, all right, let's make that Blood Fury. Maybe I'll use it at Bandos. Before I try the range method out, I'll do a little bit of melee Bandos, and I'll also try it out at this Cerberus task that we got assigned much earlier on in the video. We are still missing the Eternal Crystal, which will be best in slot mage boots for me. I don't even have infinity boots, so yeah, really looking forward to getting those, but I want to get the Eternal Crystal first, then I'll go commit to Mage Arena and get the Eternals with the infinity boots and Bones to Peaches unlocked. There's 500 KC. It would also be nice to get a Smoldering Stone, but it's not life or death, so I'm really just looking for the Eternal Crystal, and I'll honestly be happy with duplicate Primordials because they're so expensive. Makes the bank look nice. I remember I did a bank video on this account before I ever started this series to finally upgrade my gear, and I think this bank video was done 4 months ago, and I had about 900 mils, so really want to increase that bank value for the video next year. And here's another AFK break where I cut about 2,500 magic logs. I did manage to hit 23 million woodcutting experience, so yeah, 2,200 magic logs. Those will be fletched and high-alked in the future for some more GP. Finally, actually managed to complete an elite clue scroll, which is rare for me, from the Cerberus task. Didn't really get much from it, and following that, a very disappointing medium clue, but we still have 1 hard clue left to do, so we'll go ahead and do that, completing it in Lumbridge for a nice 150k in alkables. Well, before I completed my Cerb task, I wanted to go ahead and AFK a little bit of Basilisk Knights. The main reason because I was still finishing that Duke Sakelis video, and this is the real struggle of playing on 2 accounts, especially when you're trying to boss on both of them. Sometimes you just can't do it, so I killed like 100 Basilisk Knights off task just to get the feel of it, and I got a hard clue, 100k from that, but other than that, not too much, so glad I experienced the Knights though. There's 600 Cerberus KC, and now we're going to finish off this task. Probably will never kill Basilisk Knights off task again because my main is about 4,000 kills dry of the jaw, so I don't want to repeat that, and I'll just probably do it on task from now on. Well, we did complete the Cerb task. No drops, unfortunately, but decent GP, so I will take it. Opened up a few more crystal chests, and then I got assigned my first and only Basilisk Knight task, 142 of them. But before I do that, I want to go do a little bit of solo Bandos. You guys definitely all recommended that I do the range method here, and I will be honest, I haven't tried it yet, but I have seen so many people do it as I'm about to enter the room myself here, and wow, that looks incredibly challenging, but you guys convinced me to give it a shot, so I wanted to get lucky early on, you know, with the melee setup here, a little nostalgia, but not too much luck from this Bandos trip. It actually went really good. Usually I can only do 1 or 2 kills, but I actually managed to get a 5-kill trip this time, so if that happened every time, I would have no problem just doing melee Bandos. The Blood Fury really came in handy since I didn't even have a Blood Barrage for this. I unfortunately lost my Ancient Staff, and I don't think you can buy that back. A lot of people said you could, but I looked into it and I couldn't find that anywhere, so anyway, completed a hard clue, 45k from that, not too bad. And from all the PVMing that I've done, I got a lot of crystal keys, which meant a lot of dragon stones, so I was finally able to upgrade my jewelry box to the fancy jewelry box. So now we have multiple teleports unlocked with the combat bracelet and the skills necklace now. Oh, there's nothing like quicker access to the farming guild. Well, you can't avoid it forever. I'm pretty dry for a Zulrah drop, definitely hundreds of kills dry. We still need that magic fang, still need that serpentine, so let's go do another 100 Zulrah kills. Maybe I'll have some luck in this batch of 100. Either way though, I love killing Zulrah. Great drops regardless if you get a rare, these dragon bones and seeds and all sorts of nice things. Also close to 120,000 Zulrah scales, so that alone is great. I managed to get 19 million range XP, so So yeah, we're inching our way towards 20 mil with that. And I have plenty of darts to spare. The only thing I don't have a lot to spare of is death runes. So hopefully we get a drop soon here. And around 41 kills into the batch of 100, we did get an uncut Onyx. It's not what I wanted, but ladies and gentlemen, this covers all the Zenites. We still need the Amulet of Torture and the Tormented Bracelet, but now that we have 2 Onyxes in the bank since we got one last video, this means that I don't have to worry about selling any Chaos runes and buying an Onyx myself. I just have to get 2 more Zenites and I will have all the Zenite jewelry. So that definitely means next video we are going to be camping at Demonic Gorillas until we finish up that goal, and those will be some huge upgrades. Let's make some more house teleports with that weird animation going on there, and yeah, you can never have enough house teleport tabs on an Iron Man, that's for sure. But we'll go ahead and make some more anti-venoms as well. Those are very crucial for Zulrah, and scales as well as antidote pluses are needed, which you both get at Zulrah, so that's great. And 100 kills later, we did finish up the goal of 600 kill count total. That means we've gotten 2 blowpipes and 2 Onyxes and 600 kills. Still no Serp, still no Fang. Alright, let's switch it up now. Let's go ahead and try out that Warped Scepter that I did get from the 1000 Warped Tortoise video. It's supposed to be like a lower tier mage weapon similar to the Trident, but it doesn't need Chaos runes or scales or coins. It just needs Earth and Chaos runes. So for my first few inventories, I used the Trident at Scorpia, but then I did switch it up to the Warped Scepter, and I gotta say, I love this thing. It's really incredible. Look at the animation there. And if you're wondering why am I killing Scorpia on this account, it's because I don't have a mage shield. I don't have a mage book. I don't have a spirit shield. The only thing I've been using is an ancient book. So I figure let me go for a malediction ward. I was lucky enough to get the other 2 pieces years ago from the other 2 demi bosses in the wilderness. And here we are at 57 KC at Scorpia, receiving our last piece, the Malediction Shard 3. So now we're going to go to the Wilderness Volcano and combine all 3 pieces together. And there you guys have it, the Malediction Ward. It looks so ugly. So I'm going to go ahead and get the ornament kit from Last Man Standing. I love LMS. I did 3 games and I got first place every single game for once. So that was really cool. But either way, I did purchase the Ward upgrade kit. So I'm going to go ahead and use that upgrade kit onto the new and improved best in slot magic shield for me temporarily, of course. But yeah, there it is, blue and purple. We got some good defense bonus and plus 12 magic bonus. Well, now that that is completed, let's go ahead and finally do our Basilisk Knight task. We do want to get that jaw. The drop rate's much more bearable when you're on task compared to not being on task. But unfortunately, killing 142 total on task and then the rest of those kills being off task, I did not get the jaw just yet. Got a hard clue though, and we got about 97k from that, which is actually not too bad, but unfortunately I already had that Zamrock page. Following that, I was assigned 142 Dagannoth. So let's go try out Dagannoth Kings, not for the first time, but definitely for the first time since I've had all these gear upgrades. And we are still missing the Seer's Ring. I've never had that before. Prime is definitely the hardest Dagannoth for me personally to kill. I was trying out the Warp Scepter, as you can see on Rex, and it is definitely a keeper. I'll probably be using it at Barrows and anything else that requires, you know, not the most powerful magic to be used. That's where I'll probably be using the Warp Scepter. So yeah, really nice drop to get from those tortoises. And following that, I was just continuing on with his Dagannoth task. Didn't really get too much, just some rock shell legs and another crystal key, which you guys know I love those crystal keys. First inventory, trip completed, 160k. Again, once I get this Seer's Ring, I'll definitely do the diary so I get those Dagannoth bones noted. But I did get a hard clue, and this time another Zamorak item, Zamorak plate legs, and another unique ancient bracers. Alright, let's go ahead and finish up this Dagannoth King task. I gotta say, I love Dagannoth Kings. A lot of fun, a lot of challenge going on when you have to tri-brid all of them alone, especially with that Warp Scepter messing up spawn times. But as long as Supreme and Prime are attacking you and they're on different ticks, you can just prey flick them. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Seer's Ring KC60. As you can see, I clearly could have died before I picked it up, so I'm thankful to the RNG gods for not letting that happen. And I still stayed here because, you know, Blood Fury, you know, where's my HP? But yeah, it was a nice trip. Would have sucked if I died and I was unable to pick that Seer's Ring up, but current price 420k. I did actually get lucky enough to get another ring, but unfortunately it's another warrior ring. That was my 3rd warrior ring. No duplicate rings in the bank, surprisingly, other than that one. But now that we have the Seer's Ring, we're going to go ahead and use the rest of my Nightmare Zone points from years ago to imbue it, and that's awesome. We'll be using that everywhere that requires magic. Barrows and the Whisperer, many other places, and it'll be very useful. So let's go ahead and complete that hard clue that we got from the DKs, and finally, after all these years, we got the Zamorak page 2, and now we have completed all of the prayer books. Yeah, it only took 6 years. And to conclude this video, here we are collecting our kingdom for the second time this month, and this one was about a 3 mil yield. So yeah, made about 5 to 6 mil from the kingdom in this month, and got closer to 99 construction and some more herbs in the bank. Well, that was a lot of grinding these last few weeks. I got a few more upgrades and a couple of unique drops. We have the Onyx, the Blood Shards, the Blood Fury, the Seer's Ring, the Warp Scepter, as well as the Malediction Shield. Not a lot of great upgrades this video, but no doubt about it, a ton of hours was invested into this one, so I really hope you guys enjoyed it. We're going to go ahead and look at the Runelite loot tracker here, and as you can see, the Runelite loot tracker is showing 63 mil. That's usually, you know, when that loot tracker is above like something like 40, 50, 60 mil, that's when I think it's time to upload the video. You're definitely going to have some luck in some places and against some monsters compared to others, and you know, I did get a little bit of luck here and there from quite a few different things this video, but overall no huge upgrades, no more Zenites yet. That'll be next video. No God Wars drops, but I'm really going to be focusing on just a few things in the next episode so that I can get some huge upgrades. I really want to see the Tormented Bracelet as well as the Amulet of Torture, hopefully one Bandos drop, one Sarah drop, and we still need to get that chain skirt from Armadillo, so we have so much to do. I have to go hunt some Black Chins, probably get 99 Hunter. This series is everything, guys. It's not just bossing. We're going to be showing every single thing. I would love to do a Road to Max series, but honestly, I think I'm just going to occasionally show you guys a level here and there, and we're probably going to get a max cape in this series too. I just don't know. I mean, this series could last a very long time. And on the side, I'll also be doing some videos on my main account, and all of my other accounts as well are working on some very long-term projects. So thank you guys so much for watching the video. 63 mil made in this episode. A huge thank you to the YouTube channel members, with a special shout out to DeceptionZ, Angelzblood, and xXzoticx. I did include your guys' months on there, so thank you for your loyalty and thank you for your support. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to check out the sponsor in the link in the description below, every click helps me out a ton, so I appreciate it. And that's it for now. Mr. No Sleep, out.